Good morning and good afternoon. Welcome to our weekly Attune to Wealth clearings. It's Judy here from Attune to Prosperity, coming for another clearing session. Wow, last week was epic. Okay? Last week was super epic. And the feedback I've been getting over the past week has been extraordinary from last week's session. It's incredible, magical. Okay, so let me see if anyone's joined yet. And before I start, what I want to do, hello. What I want to do is, I'm not getting any messages on here yet. So I know Ricky has lined up something, so I said I would work with Ricky to do with art. She's a natural artist. If you ever come across Ricky Moss, go and check her out. She is a natural artist. So we'll bring Ricky up now in a moment, and but I want to talk about something else that I've got a lot of clients who have asked me about menopausal symptoms and also menstruation symptoms, because I talk frequently and regularly about both of those being interference. 100 trillion, 1,000% interference, right? And one of the reasons is that we buy into this whole construct of aging, which is another whole topic, which maybe we'll deal with another time. But in my model of the world, the construct of aging as we know it in this paradigm, in this society we live in, is 100 trillion, 1,000% interference. And what comes along with that for women is menopause, and also menstrual symptoms like heavy periods, pain, sore back, sore stomach, nausea, tiredness, headaches, migraines, cravings. All of these things are just all interference that can be cleared. So I want to do some of that today. I've been doing it for quite some time with clients with incredible results. They've gone like from 10 out of 10, all the symptoms, to 0 across all the symptoms. So so I'm going to do that here for you. If anyone here has it, or we can do it collectively. So here's the thing though. The way in which we do the clearing for menopausal symptoms and also menstrual symptoms, it impacts men as well. So if you're a guy, you're not being left out. You are also going to benefit hugely through the balancing of hormones and the activation of certain hormones, molecules, and chemicals that we will do. Tiny's in the other room. He's with me here. We're going to do it together. We're going to do it collectively. So if you're live, you're going to feel the benefit of it, whether you're a gal or a dude, right? And also, if you're watching the replay, never underestimate, because everything is energy, and the way we do our clearings is it's for everybody who hears here live, but also anyone who's going to be watching the replay. You will get 100,000 trillion million% the same impact as if you were here live. If you're watching the replay, just go and look at some of the comments over the past few weeks. I know Heather didn't catch it live last week, and she caught replay, and she went and did it a few times last week, and each time she got more and more and more deeper benefit from it. So anyway, Ricky, are you here? Let's get cracking with Ricky. I will just see some comments. Yes, Ricky's here. I'm not getting comments on my phone yet. Yes, Ricky's here. I had the worst menstrual pain when I had it. Thankfully, it's over. So much interference. Love this learning. Okay, I would love you to reframe that, Celia. I would love you to reframe that. Thankfully, that's over. Love the learning, gratitude for the learning, gratitude for the awareness, gratitude for understanding where it was all coming from and what else is possible now. Okay, because we could live in full vitality, full energy, as we did when we were 15, as we did when we were 20, right? Doesn't matter what age. I went to zero on freedom and frequency, yet without daily replays, it's come back the last few days. Okay, that's because of embodied interference, Liz. So when we are clearing, when I'm clearing you here, it will clear 100%. But if you're inviting that interference back into your life, then you reignite it, so to speak, right? So this is why in my model of the world, in our clients, in our world, we clear all of the time. We stay clear. So that when I'm clearing in stuff, when I'm clearing embodied interference, when I'm clearing any and all of the different forms of interference, clients know how to not open a crack for interference to come back in. So what would have happened, Liz, for you, is that you engaged in interference again unwittingly and unknowingly. Okay, obviously, not consciously, but just purely from programming and conditioning, right? Because one of the things that people like Noelia, I think it was Noelia that actually said, she watched, I think it was module 3. Was it you, Noelia? Or was it Alice? Sorry, it was Alice, who said that when she watched module 3 or module 3 of Revolutionize and Reclaim Your Perception of Time, we talked about the agreement we make when we are children to have love, to receive love from our parents, and the impact that has. What is the ripple effect of that decision we make? So we give up part of ourselves as a child when we're active, we're hyperactive, we're running around and we're doing all the things that we're like, crazy, 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 crazy. And mommy and daddy keep saying, calm down, Tommy, stop that, Tommy, stop that, Tommy. And eventually Tommy stops that in exchange for love for his parents. So he gives up part. This is like completely well-meaning, beautiful, loving parents. It's just the way we are. But the meaning that little Tommy applies to that then has a ripple effect for the rest of his life. It's these little unconscious things that we do that we're not aware of, anti-conscious, unconscious interference ways that gets to us, that once we clear, we invite it back into us. This is why it's so important in my model of the world, and the clients that work with us, they learn about clearing and they master clearing and they remain clear for the rest of their life. Never for that stuff to come back in again, ever. So, anyway, enough of that. So yeah, that's what would have happened there, Liz. So we will get that sorted again. Ricky! Calling you up. I had the most beautiful morning. Gone to the got some stuff ready for. Hello, Ricky. I'm just going to prattle on for a minute. Just give me a moment. I got some stuff ready for the Duality Summit that's coming up on Saturday, which I'm really excited about. And went to the gym and went to the swimming pool. We have the most beautiful 25-meter swimming pool that we go to at the Hyatt here in Playa del Carmen that we are members of. And it's like every single time Tiny and I go there, every single day, there is no one in the pool. It's an outdoor pool. It is just exquisite by the sea. And there's no one ever in the pool. I promise you, it feels like it's my own personal pool. So it's really cool. So I'm feeling very happy. Anyway, Ricky, hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for making time for this. You can probably already feel my energy, but I am so nervous. There's lots of good things happening in my life. I don't even think I need to go into it. I feel like I'm at the point of explosive expansion, all the good things in so many of my art forms. And it's been really hard to just keep it light and have fun and stay playful. There's just so much significance on it. I feel like there's the whole wave of like the dark night of the soul that I went through, and then all the trauma work, and then all the clearing that I've done with you, and all the depth that I got in during that time. And now there's suddenly this very unexpected art things that are very successfully coming out, and I'm honestly freaking out. Like, I'm happy too, but I'm fucking freaking out also.
What are you freaking out about? What's that about?
It's so opposite from entrepreneurship, where I was just doing. I cannot just do a painting. I have to open, expand, clear, be in flow. And because of this, it suddenly feels harder to do so. It's like I'm on stage, and in order to sing well, all I need to do is not be nervous. So the one thing I am is nervous. That's it. That's how simple it is. I'm constantly scared that this isn't going to go anywhere. I've never had that in any of my business ideas. But with this, I'm like, what if those were the only good paintings I made? What if the teacher that told me they were great that actually has terrible taste? What if the professor from NYU in English that tells me my poetry really has potential is full of crap? Like all these things come in and I'm clearing, I'm clearing, and I'm clearing, and I'm scared. Just scared.
Okay, so a couple of things there. One, art is the same as entrepreneurship. There's no difference.
Yeah.
All right. What you
Yeah.
do is what I go through in my business
Yeah.
all the time. Oh, what if I never get another idea?
Yeah.
What if no one else? What if I can't clear another client? What if I can't clear that for the client? All the same. It's the same
That's
thing.
great.
All right. I go through it even today. Okay. Promise you. So
That helps.
do you know why? Do you know why? There's two reasons. One, it's highest on our values. It's our number one value. There is nothing more important to me than mastering more and more powerfully and more impactfully clearing, right? And empowering others to clear. For you, it's the same as your art, your expression, right? I've said this to you for so long now. It's your expression, your flow, your flair, your uniqueness. That's your thing, right? It's your highest value, right? And because it's your highest value, it's the highest significance. And because it's the highest significance, it's a beacon for interference. That's all that is.
This interfered with since right around when I met you. Like it's just constantly like, oh my God, okay, clear. Yeah.
And you will get to a point, and yes, it's going to be an important part of clearing for you. You're going to it's the only way through it is through it, right? So keep on clearing, and then you'll get to another plateau, and you realize, oh, all these things are coming on again, and you go clearing again and again and again. It's an evolution. All right. So what I'm going to do today is like get you anchored into that freedom frequency, okay, of expression and trusting that. But it is part of it, and the fact that you're recognizing it, don't feel anger or resistance to it. Surrender to it, because when you surrender to it, you lose attachment to it. It loses its power. Remember, interference is superbly weak. It's profoundly weak. It's just insidious. That's all. It's very weak. All right. We are infinite energy. Doesn't stand a chance against us, right? But surrender to it, gratitude in the awareness for it, and what else is possible to clear it.
I would like to ask a follow-up question, because sometimes I oscillate. Like one moment I surrender and be like, you know what, I actually have the capacity to hold this fear. It's no big deal. I'm going to create anyway. But then I go to the other side where I know that the fear is also just interference. So let me just clear it. It just takes way more effort to clear all this than the stuff that I was clearing before because of the significance. So would you say it's more like a sort of general surrender that I just have to clear a lot, but still staying on top and clearing also? Because if I just surrender, I also end up I've tried that a few days and then I just kind of just feel interfered with all day. Like I just end up being scared.
No, the surrender you've probably been doing is what most people feel or perceive surrender is. So most people, when they hear the word surrender, means, okay, just give up or just allow, right? It's not what I'm saying. A surrender to infinite wisdom, surrender to the awareness that it is interference, and now gratitude for the awareness that it's interference. Now we get to clear it, not from a place of resistance. I'm going to fight this interference, come hell or high water, right? So you're clearing it from a place of surrender. So therefore it's not the mind trying to dominate. It's not the mind in battle against, which is also interference, fighting each other off, having a standoff, a petty standoff, right?
That makes sense.
So you're surrendering to allowing to infinite wisdom to come through.
That makes sense. So it's
very
more like
different.
It's really okay that I'm dealing with a lot of interference right now. Let's clear it and keep moving on, even if it means I have to clear every 20 minutes. While I paint, I have to clear every minute. Like I just have to stop, clear, expand, and then something comes out, and then I clear. I'm like, okay, that's just what it is right now.
And you will get to a point where you will be more naturally in the surrender state of being when you're in creation.
Okay.
Because there won't be, what if I don't make another one? Because if that comes up, you'll
Yeah.
laugh at yourself. Like now,
Yeah.
like I cannot tell you the number of times I've said to Tiny over 24 years, what if I never get another idea? Because my ideas are
Yeah.
$1 million ideas,
Yeah.
literally, right? What if I never get another idea? And like he would have to calm me down and blah, 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 blah. And after laughing at me, right? Now I get the idea and I jokingly say to Tiny, oh my, what if I never get an idea? Because we know how stupid it is,
Yeah.
right? So you
That's
get to
so
that
helpful to
point.
hear.
I
That's so helpful to hear.
promise you, I
Yeah, because
promise you,
that's
you
really
get
the
there.
biggest one. Like, what if I'll never write another poem? Like, oh my God, this is so fun. What if I can never do it again? Like,
Yes,
over and over.
yes.
Yeah.
I, with my whole heart, with every fiber of my being, I swear to you, that is just interference. You surrender
Yeah.
to that, you clear that, and you move on that awareness. You get to a point where you will look back and you will laugh at this.
This is so helpful. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Brilliant.
So there was something else I wanted to say. There was something else. It will come back. There was something else as you were talking. What was it? Yes, I think this might be it. Is like some people can. You referred to it earlier. I can be in the fear. I'll hold the fear. I'll manage the fear, and I'll do it anyway. Right? Yes, you can, but that's exhausting. It's draining. And you do not get the fullest expression of your truth that comes through.
It's true.
Okay.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. So this way, it's you are energizing yourself. The energy which you are creating, that energy speaks for itself, and anyone who sees it, reads it, hears it, whatever senses they're using, they're tapping into your infinite energy.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it, and that's the difference between somebody making like that's the difference between one of my favorite artists, Valentino. Oh my goodness, I can't even remember. He's a Scottish guy. Anyway, he paints 1920s style.
Right.
Tiny, what's his name? Valentino. It's a very Italian name, but anyway, where he gets paid like 2 to 4 million a painting. Right. And another artist battling to get $50 a painting. You know, that's the difference.
Yeah.
It's the difference between a chef who has a restaurant that's booked out for 2 years in advance and a chef who battles to fill his restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, it's that energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I feel. And it's such a painful reflection back to me, because I can look at a few paintings that I've made and be like, that one has the energy, these ones don't.
Yeah.
And it's so painfully, viscerally in my face, where it's like, here, I just didn't manage to stay open through the process. I'm like, oh, try.
Totally. Yeah. And this is the thing I actually meant to say. And I see Matt's on. Hello, Matt. Matt will resonate with this. Even traders like Tiny, he has to clear many times when in his trading window. He has to, because of the nature of trading.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just one of those things. And hey, isn't it worth it if he gets 3% for every time he sits down to trade?
Yeah.
As opposed to losing 3 or 4%. You know? So, right. Okay, let's do this. So, anyone who is Jack Vetriano, thank you, my love. I thought it was Jack, and I thought, sounds too ordinary. Jack Vetriano, have you ever heard of him?
No, but I'll go look him up now.
Oh, go look him up. He is my favorite artist. He's like so cool. And it's really weird because I don't know why. It's not, I don't dress in that style. My home is not in that style, never has been. You know, what is it about that? I don't know. It's obviously his energy I'm drawn to. So anyway, all right, let's connect. Anyone who's on here and would love to connect to deeper levels of creativity and trusting their creativity, and remember, entrepreneurship is 100 trillion 1,000% creativity, right? For Ricky, she didn't feel that because the expression of the way she was doing her entrepreneurship wasn't her truth. This is her truth. So, okay, so connect to the frequency of creation. There you go. And expand in that frequency. And remember, as you're expanding in this frequency of creation, that's beautiful, Ricky, beautiful. Remember, creation is a co-creation. Everything we create in the most pure purest truth of our expression is a co-creation with this trilogy of being, this body, being and planet, human, and infinite being. And as we are co-creating with this human and infinite being, the universe is conspiring with us to support us in all the ways, but it's always in the unknown. So just expand in that frequency, creation. Keep on expanding. How far can you go, Ricky? Keep on expanding. There you go. Now, feel that peace. Can you just felt it come in now, that peace. That beautiful, exquisite peace. And marry your magnetic energy field to that. You feel the freedom of creation, the freedom to create. Oh, wow. The freedom of infinite creation. And just keep on expanding and notice how much more there is always to expand into. Experience. Sorry?
I noticed there's this fear coming in around that what I've created in the past has also created so much debt. So even when I tap into the joy of creativity, it feels like I shouldn't really trust it, or it's going to be bad for other things in my life. So that's
let's
really,
clear that.
it feels less
let's
free.
Clear that.
Yeah.
We're going to clear that. Because stay in the frequency of creation. And we'll clear that. That's just a point of view. That's not you, not yours, okay? Because everything has led you to this glorious point where your life is a perfect tapestry of creation in so many different ways. And all that debt that you're holding on to and applying such meaning to is an asset that has got you to here. Where would you be without that? Who would you be without that? Not here, not now. Not on this road to being committed to coming to the edge of the cliff and saying, okay, what is it? And taking that leap of faith and saying and acknowledging and finally opening up to your authentic truth. Without the debt, you wouldn't have gone there. Can you have gratitude for that debt and everything it stands for and everything that it means and everything it's given you? Can you love that debt unconditionally? Can you feel the freedom that that debt actually has given you? Just clear it out, clear it out, clear it out. And anybody who's listening saying, yes, but I've got to pay that debt. Yes, you do. But guess what? When you're living your truth, what do you create? That debt is a drop in the ocean compared to the wealth that you get to create when you are your fullest truth expression. Can you feel that, Ricky?
Yeah.
Is that still there now?
No.
Or is that gone?
It's gone.
Okay, so connect again to the frequency of creation and they keep on expanding. There you go. Now you're expanding again. And notice how far you can expand. Again, marry the magnetic energy field to it. Feel the freedom that creation creates for you in all ways. Prosperity, movement, possibilities, ideas, infinite ideas. Feel that. Infinite ideas. Light bulb moments of all the ways you can create, all the ways you can express your creativity. Feel the love for that, the love of life. And I want you to really feel the prosperity, feel the richness, the wealth, the financial wealth that gets to be created in your truth. How will you move? How will you create? How will you experience your days with your daughter, with your hubby? Where do you go? Feel the love for that, the awe of life, and the gratitude. The gratitude for the infinite possibilities. What can you anchor this into now? The smell of paint? What is it for you that you can anchor this feeling into?
My skin.
Oh, that's nice. So just anchor that in. Infinite possibilities, infinite flow of creativity, infinite number of ideas. So many possibilities to create phenomenal art and incredible wealth. Do you have any doubt now, Ricky?
No. That was the most physical clearing I've ever done. Tiny, also thank you so much. I felt things being ripped out of my heart and my chest. That wasn't mine. I am so sweaty.
That was a good one. That was really,
Whoa.
really good.
I'm
Really
gonna
good.
listen to that every day. Thank you so much. That was the breakthrough I've been standing on the edge of. Thank you.
Well done.
Oh,
So happy for you. And when are you going to share some of your art with us? I have never seen it.
It's coming. I'm actually building a little collection so I can really launch on social media. Maybe
Magic.
I'm also just scared, but I feel less scared now, so I think some things are coming.
Okay.
I'm having a poetry recital tonight, so
Oh, wow.
I'll maybe send a video of that.
Yes, please do. That would be amazing. Well done. I'm so chuffed for you, Ricky. I'm so chuffed. Well done.
Thanks for everything. Thanks for this whole journey getting to this point. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
you so much.
See you soon. Are you coming on Saturday to the Duality Summit?
Yes,
See you there.
I will. See you there.
All right.
Bye.
I am still, whew, I am still feeling that. Anyone else feel that? Did anyone else feel that? I am still feeling that. Wow. That was amazing, Ricky. Okay, cool. All right. So what I'm going to do right now, it seems like my comments and everything is stopped. I'm not sure if I'm still live. Beautiful clearing. Wow, Ricky, I felt it and it needed to. Cool. Excellent. This is the important part. What we did there was about Ricky. We dealt with perceptions of debt. We dealt with fear of not having more ideas, fear of all sorts of stuff. And if you're an entrepreneur, it'll be the exact same. It'll be the exact same as I said to Ricky. You know, I've always had that. And the more we are 100 trillion, 1,000% on point to what it is that we truly is or is our truth, our true expression, the more interference is going to come, right? But it's about surrendering, not surrendering and giving up type surrender. That's again, it's one of those words that's been heavily corrupted by interference because we have a misconception of what it means. It's not surrender and giving up. And this was my biggest breakthrough when I was locked up as a child. When I was about 15, I surrendered, not surrendered in terms of giving up, but surrendered to the bigger question, to the infiniteness, what else is out there. And that's when I had the most profound mystical experience that changed the trajectory of my life. And I honestly feel that it is why and how I'm able to be here today and what I do today. So what I would love to do now is, if anyone here has issues with menopause symptoms or menstrual symptoms, heavy periods, painful periods, even any blocks in the uterus, the ovaries, the fallopian tubes, or anything like that, any experience headaches, migraines, anything like that, cravings even during menstrual periods, menstruation, or any menopause symptoms at all, whether it's sweats, whether it's flushes, whether it's skin issues, hair issues, whatever it is. So I'm going to ask you now, and guys who are here, if there's any guys here, Matt, I know you're here, this will be equally as powerful for you. I don't understand men's biological system, but I know there, as there is a perception that as we get older, there's libido impacts and all that sort of stuff, which is all interference, right? It's not true. Not you, not yours. Never was, never will be. So I want you to do the same as well, because the clearing that we'll do with the hormones, molecules, and chemicals that we activate for you as we do this will be equally potent and powerful for men and women. So I'm just going to guide you through that. And I want you to notice next time you have your menstrual cycle, or when you to notice when you would typically have menopause symptoms, the absence of it, okay? And expect it. And every time you comes into your frame of reference, declare it, not you, not yours. Body truth, not you, not yours. Get rid of it, right? Don't let it in. Don't let it in again. So connect to the frequency. I want you to take a deep breath and connect to the frequency of vitality. Remember when you were 17, 18, 19, you were stepping out. You were aware of your womanhood, your manhood, whole life. What, the awe, the excitement for the life ahead, the plans, the dreams. We're still that. We are still that. Nothing has changed, except a little bit of time and some interference. We get to be that again, as vital, as energetic, as whole, as healthy, as free. So connect to that frequency of vitality. That's all you have to do, is just connect to the frequency of vitality. And I want you to expand in space. Just keep expanding. In space, not outer space, but in space. Just realize how much space you actually have around you. Below you, behind you, in front of you, to the left, to the right, and above you. Because when we're energy, where does our energy actually stop? I dare you to keep on expanding and exploring. And I promise you, you will never find the end. Just keep on expanding. There you go. Vitality. Who are you in that vital, whole state of being? Free, mobile, flexible. There you go. And expand, keep on expanding. And now what I want you to do is actually marry your magnetic energy field to that and experience the love of life. There you go. Experience the joy of life, the awe of infinite possibilities in life. And as we're doing that, Tanya and I are activating chemicals in your body, hormones, molecules, putting your body back into homeostasis, into wholeness, into vitality. Feel the gratitude for the vitality you're experiencing. How are you moving in this state of being? Who are you? Don't worry about the thoughts that come to your head. Just stay with the frequency. The thoughts don't matter. They're transitory. What's not transitory is your infinite energy. There you go. Experience the gratitude for the beautiful, vital body that is your greatest asset in this life. Love it. Feel the love for every single molecule, fiber, cell, atom of your body. From the tippy-toppiest point of your big toe or big toes, all the way up your legs, your buttocks, your belly, your chest, shoulders, your arms, your fingertips, your neck, your face, your head. Feel the gratitude for this vessel. Feel the love for your body. It's perfect. And be open to all the ways and all the possibilities that this body remains whole, vital, energized forevermore, for as long as you choose, not society, not conditioning, not programming, but you choose. For as long as it is the expression of your authentic truth. For me, it's well into my hundreds. What is it for you? Feel that. When you come back, what are you going to anchor that into? What are you going to anchor that into? Is it the wind? Is it the sound of birds? Is it the sun on your skin? What is it? And every time you hear that thing, or feel that thing, or smell that thing, you're back in this state of being, in full vitality, energy, and whole. Okay, how's everyone doing? Am I still here? How's everyone doing? How was that? Sometimes I feel we should have some music to this. I'm not getting any comments, so I'm assuming that everyone is still... Love that! I see Celia is love that. Yay! Love that. Oh, you're welcome, Matt. Thank you. Noelia, great. Thank you. Cool bananas. I'm still feeling it. Whoa. I'm still feeling it. Thank you, Tiny. Just joined late. Don't worry, Sean, you can catch the replay. It was really good. That last bit was really, actually, the whole thing was really good. Ricky was also amazing. If you missed Ricky's clearing, go back to that. Fantastic. Lots of yawning. You're welcome, Meg. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, that was a good one. It was really good. Monitor how you feel, right, over the next few days. Feeling vital, energy, feeling whole. And if you're feeling any inkling whatsoever of not that, just surrender. Know that somehow or other, unconsciously, anti-consciously, you've just let some interference slip back in and come back and watch this. It's as simple as that. And re-engage into your truth in full energy, full vitality, full health. Okay. Would you like fries with that? Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah, before I go, one of the two things I want to talk about. On Saturday, we're doing a summit called Breaking Duality Summit. It is a 4-hour summit. And one of the things that people have always said to me, and many people know my story, they know the background to it, and the fact that I was locked up for a good most of 2 decades, tortured, abused, and uneducated, unsocialized, and the whole thing, a whole lot of things that happened and all that. And I escaped in the middle of the night and then landed in London, and the rest is history. I got to create the most extraordinary, magical things. The love of my life, we've been a part of my life now for, well, we've been lovers for 24 years. We've known each other for about 26, 27 years. That's Tiny. And the wealth that I've created, the opportunities I've created, the different businesses I've been in, the travel, everything that I've created. And people say to me all the time, how? Because it's not predictable, right? Not predictable. Given the background that I've experienced, like for the first 21 years of my life, this was not predictable. And people have said to me over and over and over again over the years, how do you do it? Why? What is it? Because I don't carry anything but love, compassion, empathy, joy, gratitude. What else is possible in every fiber of my body? They say, how? And it's simple. There's a couple of things. And one of them is that I live in the highest frequencies because I am free from entangling in duality. I am free from being pulled into aligning and agreeing or resisting and reacting to all the things, all the programming, all the conditioning, all the things that this matrix, this world, this paradigm, this society, it tells us to. I am free of all of that. That's not part of my reality. It's not part of my sphere of awareness. It's not. It never has been. I've always had the ability, the knowing that the truth was in the observing and choosing what is my truth and moving on that and only that. And that is what breaking duality is all about on Saturday, is about clearing and releasing all the ways in which you are entangling in duality, which keeps you separate from the most authentic expression of your truth. And when you are the most authentic expression of your truth, you are living in the highest frequencies. Because the highest frequency there is the frequency of truth. And in the frequency of truth contains within it the frequency of love. And when in the frequency of love, the only thing that's in the frequency of love, that love, true love, not the conditional, heavily interfered with love that we have in the lower frequencies. Now that, I'm talking about the love that is contained within the frequency of truth. In that love, there is only compassion, empathy, gratitude, joy, bliss, no judgment, no resisting, no reacting, no aligning, no agreeing, no defending, no justification. There is just being. And when you can live in that place, what else is possible? Because it's infinite. Because now all the filters, all the layers of lenses that have been blinding you throughout life of all the possibilities, the perfect balance of everything that you've ever experienced in your entire life is now obvious, clear. Now that becomes the launch pad, the platform, the rocket for more of your authentic truth to be fully expressed, so that you can co-create as a harmonized trilogy of being in this bodily form, body, being, and planet, with the infinite truth of who you are, your infinite being with human being. And that's when the universe will conspire and support you in the realms of the unknown, where you will be very, very comfortable. Because that is the zone of magic and miracles and infinite possibilities. And we get there when we are free of being entangled, trapped, smothered, strangled by entangling in duality. Because in duality, there's only binary. It's that or that. I don't want that, this is all I got. Or I want that, don't want that. That, I promise you, with every ounce of my being, is the source of all suffering. So, Tiny has posted the link. Tiny has posted the link. So, thank you, Tiny. Really looking forward to Saturday. Yay! We'll go and do duality summer homework. So I have sent out some homework. So if you are on it, make sure you've seen the homework. Liz, thank you. I fell asleep still watching we'll watch the replay, but falling asleep while listening still worked. Of course it did. Of course it did. Liz is talking about the clearing that we did. So if you would love to set yourself free from entangling in duality, set yourself free from perceptions that you've been hard done by, that this one hurt you, that you're wounded, or you're not whole, or you had all things happen to you and that's why you're feeling that you can't create, or you can't express, or you can't get over. If you're feeling blocked from overcoming challenges and experiences, if you're feeling trapped because of past trauma, whatever it is, you get to set yourself free from that on Saturday in Breaking Duality. You get to experience love, compassion, empathy for everything as it was, as it is, as it ever will be, because that's the truth. Entangling in duality is an addiction, and it's an addiction that we have been programmed to have, programmed to be. It's not you, not yours, never was, never will be, evermore. In Breaking Duality, I'm so excited. It is the number one thing for me in life. I know without a shadow of doubt, Dr. John DeMartini, a dear friend of mine in Tiny's, he's said to me so many times, he still says it over and over again in his breakthrough experiences around the world. People still come to me, and now, like when I first met him was 2011. People come to me still today, 2024, saying, "Oh my gosh, Dr. DeMartini told me about you." He still says it. He's never met anybody who can equilibrate like I do. I understand it. And I do believe it's the result of the mystical experience that I had when I was about 15, when I saw the perfection of everything, when I became whole in that moment, when I saw there was nothing missing ever. When I saw saw the oneness of it all, when I saw that I am one with everything eternal, there is nothing ever missing. When you experience that, that is everything. And even though I knew I would escape in that moment, during that mystical experience, I knew I would escape. I knew this was not my life. I had the opportunity to plant 3 seeds that my life would be love, prosperity, and adventure. But I knew I would escape, but I didn't know when, and it did not matter. Why? Simple. Very simple. Because nothing was ever missing. Because I had the connection to infinite being, to my truth, to the awareness that everything is, and my joy, my bliss, my happiness is not dependent on my environment. And there is no challenge that is greater than me. The same with you. There is nothing that you could have experienced, are experiencing, or will ever experience that is greater than you. And when you are cleared, when you are no longer addicted to entangling in duality, your life will never be determined by your environment. Never. No matter what. No matter what. And there is not one human being on this planet that can challenge me on that, because I've been there. I've done it. It took me another 6 years before I escaped. And trust me when I say those next 6 years were seriously hectic. Hectic. Beyond hectic. Right? Seriously. I mean, the sort of stuff that this body and being was put through, most of it I've never, even outside of Tiny, told anybody. The police and Tiny, that's it. But yet, during those 6 years, I experienced the most phenomenal joy. For no reason. Happiness, bliss, connection, trust. And in those 6 years, I taught myself so much. Not because there was YouTube, not because there was internet, not because there was the Daily Mail, not because there was CNN or anything else, because there was no internet, and we certainly didn't have a computer. Because I was connected and receiving the wisdom of infinite realms. I taught myself to read and write. I taught myself to knit the most complex jerseys. I taught myself to paint. I taught myself to do all the things that when I did escape, magic happened. And that's what you will experience. Freeing yourself from entangling in duality, you set yourself free. To be in the highest frequencies of your truth. And in that truth is love. And in that love frequency is compassion, empathy, gratitude, bliss, and the infinite, expansive frequency of what else is possible. What will you create? I'm so looking forward to it. The guys who are going to be on it, if you're still here with me after all of that, it's going to be life-changing for you. It is my zone of genius. I'm passionate about it. It means everything to me. It is everything. Do your homework, show up, and watch what gets melted away as we clear all of the interference so that your truth can blossom and you can start creating the most gorgeous, exquisite tapestry of creation where you become unstoppable in your life. If you're not joined yet, the link is here. Come join us. And you can use it as a credit against a Tune to Cash, should you choose to join us for a Tune to Cash, which is starting at the end of the month. Yay! What's not to love about it? All right, guys, I'm going to love and leave you. Thank you so much for joining me today. and have a beautiful day. Keep me posted. Keep me posted about how you're feeling, what happens, what you notice, what picks up. And if you're watching the replay, please let me know. And yeah, sending you lots of love. Bye. Your fries are burnt. Sean, I love you. See you Saturday. Bye.